Heinz Arena, home of the New Jersey Nets. A bit of a rivalry forming between the Nets and the Miami Heat. Two of the top teams in the East meet tonight. They've met in the postseason each of the last 2 years, with Miami winning both series. Obviously, last year the Heat going on to win the NBA championship. We'll take a look at our Adidas starting five. We'll begin with the champs. 2-2 on the year. Shaquille O'Neal is back. Missed the last 2 games with a bruised knee. He's joined by Haslam and Antoine Walker, Dwyane Wade in the backcourt, and Gary Payton, who's averaging close to 38 minutes per game because Jason Williams is out with a knee injury. Starting five of the Nets, they've been together longer than any other starting five in the NBA. Jefferson, Kristich, and Collins up front. And in the backcourt, one of the best in the league, Jason Kidd and Vince Carter, who is 6th in the NBA in scoring so far, averaging 27 points per game. It's New Jersey basketball after a miss. Here's Kidd, 34 years old in March, but not even close to being the oldest player in this game. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. Vince Carter. Carter with a long 2. And 4 points for Vince Carter.
Get it done. I don't know if he's used to playing this many minutes as late on in his career, but been doing very well early.
They leave Carter wide open and he hits the 3. You know, Tom, you read a lot of the preseason magazine for the season. In preseason, he could sense that his team was still enjoying the championship. And he said, they should enjoy it as Wade goes to the basket and ties the game at 9. Dwyane Wade in the offseason signing a 3-year extension. Same deal as LeBron James. Carmelo Anthony, the third member of the NBA's most featured troika, with a 5-year contract extension signed in the offseason. Here's Wade in the front court. And an easy 2 for Dwyane Wade.
A nice outlet pass. Especially those two. You have to give up something. And you'd rather live with the jump shot than letting them get to the rim.
Shaq missing. Carter on the other end. And he hits again. That's 10 points now for Vince Carter.
Yeah, Marcus Williams did a real nice job that time, too. Oh, almost a nice catch and a nice finish. And it was a finish, but Marcus Williams got back. Remember the last time.
Anything to be concerned about if you're those teams? And should we get carried away yet with Atlanta and New Orleans as Walker scores? Jersey was the end of last season from the Hornets. Here's Wade in the lane. Bank shot for Dwyane Wade. And that's 9 now for Wade.
For the better part of the last decade. And it's still the Knicks. It's who's there first, who has the allegiance in 10.
Oh, Vince Carter got hit by Posey in the leg. He still hits the 3.
Carter with 3 3-pointers. And I'm not even really sure this one he saw go in. He kind of got clipped on the heel. Did a little pirouette as the ball was going in, but Posey just a little late. Then Jason Kidd puts the ball in a position where you can grab it and shoot it.
Kristich left alone inside the arc, hits the 2, and the largest lead of the night for the Nets, 17 points.
You see once again throwing a little 2-3 zone at him.
Wade with another bank shot. I think he planned that one.
Yes.
Had to come from Pat Riley to get Shaq.
Too much convincing.
There were some in the building that could wear Shaq's knee pad as a t-shirt. Wade with a nice feed to Haslam, and he puts it home. 8 points now for Haslam. Coming into tonight, Shaq needing 23 points as Vince Carter hangs and scores.
He needs some DNA. This guy's got some helium in his body. Look at that. It's unbelievable the way that guy can hang in the air. Keeps playing as well as he has. I think you have to keep giving him minutes.
8 seconds to go, about a half-second difference between the game and shot clock. Posey for 3. Connects with 3.2 on the clock. Good close for the Heat. They trailed by 15 earlier in the period, and they pull within 10 on James Posey's 3 with 3 seconds remaining. Posey hit the game-winning 3 for the Heat the other night in a win over Seattle. Doris Burke now standing by with Vince Carter.
Vince, a very good half for you personally on the offensive end, and the team over 50% shooting. What made you effective on that side?
Just being aggressive. Our shots are falling for us. So we just want to continue to do that. And, by being aggressive, we just take what's there. And I got 2 fouls just being a little too aggressive. So we proud ourselves off moving the ball and working with each other. So we want to continue to do that, and it's given us success so far.
Mini run by Miami in the first latter part of this half, Vince, but you played zone for stretches of that first half. What made it effective?
just trying to throw different things out there and then to throw them off of their pet plays, so to speak. So we just want to continue changing it up because they're a great team, and we have to throw different schemes to stop them.
Good luck in the second half, guys.
All right, Doris, you're talking about Miami. Their 13-6 run by the Heat to close out the first half. New Jersey shoots 54% though in the opening stanza. 15 points for Vince Carter. 53-43 New Jersey leading. After these messages, we'll join Fred Hickman in the studio. Battle of two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. They've met in the postseason each of the last 2 years. 2 years ago, the Heat swept the Nets. Last year, Miami winning in 5 games as Dwyane Wade goes baseline. 15 points now for Wade.
If you're Coach Riley, you got to think if we can just get a few stops the way we're going offensively, and we missed the bunnies that we missed, we had a good shot at winning this.
Great save by Haslam. Beautiful pass by Wade to Walker, and the Heat within 6. Jason Collins, that's his third.
Well, the ability to get to the baseline, hang in the air, I mean, that's outstanding right there. And then a little showmanship right there, kind of freezes Jason Kidd. And then when he sees Jason Kidd's not going to bite, just flip it over to Walker for the easy deuce.
First foul on New Jersey in the half. As mentioned, third on Collins. Shot clock at 2. Wade gets it off with a hand in his face. That's a 2 for Dwyane Wade.
130 years. Finally were resurrected last night. They had been, Shiano's done a great job the last couple years. It's been building.
Those teams still got to figure into the mix. Certainly the winner of that game has a chance to climb its way into the BCS title game, depending on what happens elsewhere, as Jefferson drops one through from outside.
Takes exception to the fact that they're questioning whether or not he can play over 37 minutes per game. He looks pretty good, Tom.
He looks great.
Carter hits Collins. Nice strip by Antoine Walker. Wade pulling up over Carter. Dwyane Wade with 19 points for the Heat. Outstanding in the period shooting the basketball.
Well, they've been great on defense, great on offense, and continuing to do what they did in the first half, just finding a way to get to the paint. They've got some open court buckets, fast break buckets, and of course, with Dwyane Wade, he's the guy that can bail you out when the shot clock's running out, and a lot of it's coming off their defense. That's the reason they've gotten back into this game.
Kidd, nice pass to Carter, and he's able to score on the baseline.
Now, I think if you're New Jersey, you got to try to exploit Kristich and see if you can get him. And once again, a nice pass, nice roll. But I think Kristich has to be.
Approaching 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 10 to shoot. Miami leading New Jersey by 2. Shaq backing in. Behind the head pass to Wade. And Dwyane Wade now with 5,000 career points. 23 in the game.
The patience by Shaq here makes the play. He's waiting. He's waiting. Okay, now the cut. And the easy bucket. He was waiting for Wright to get all the way down there, and you see him digging, and as soon as he turned his back, that's when Wade made the cut. And that's always a good rule as a cutter. If you could ever see the numbers turn, then you cut towards the hoop. We see Richard Jefferson now not only leaving the game, but leaving the floor, heading back to the locker room. Seeing a big guy, and obviously he's bigger than most. Shoot the ball like he does with decent range.
Kidd with a foot on the line, that's a 2.
2 block shots. They only have 1 steal in this basketball game, and have only forced Miami to make 3 turnovers.
Gary Payton with 1 on the shot clock. That's his second 3 of the game. After knee surgery in July, he should be back here a month or so. And Payton playing a lot of minutes, but playing well. Carter for 2 off the dribble. Payton tried to hit Haslam, and Jason Kidd with the steal. Kidd and Carter. And Shaq breaks up the alley-oop. And then a foul is called on New Jersey, and Vince Carter's hurt. Carter racing to the New Jersey bench, writhing in pain. No coach. He went into the stands and maybe cut himself. And so both players, Carter and Richard Jefferson, who were hurt the other night, did not practice yesterday, but started tonight's game, have gone to the locker room.
Well, let's see what happens to his right hand. He goes up. Now it's hard to tell if he jammed it up against the glass.
0-0 run by the Nets. Their lead, which was 17 in the first half, evaporated. But they have battled back to tie it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wade fouled by Wright, and he hits it. And Vince Carter returning from the New Jersey locker room. We'll see if he'll come back into the game for the Nets. We've already told you Richard Jefferson with a sprained right ankle will not return. And you can see the hand taped. And let's bring Doris Burke in for more on Vince Carter.
Well, Vince Carter has made his way back, guys. It was just a cut on his hand. They've taped it up to make sure there's no blood, guys. He's back and ready to go.
And again, he went hard, thanks Doris, into the stands. And we thought that the way he looked down at his hand that perhaps he did. Vince Carter and the New Jersey Nets now trail by 1 as the Heat outscore him by 11 in the third. Vince Carter tonight with 19 points, but only 4 in the third. Dwyane Wade had 26 points through 3 quarters, 13 in the third period as we bring in Doris Burke. And Wade up the floor. Nice. And Haslam finishes. 21 for Haslam. Another helper for Dwyane Wade. That's 8 assists on the night for Wade.
Jack's guarding him. I think it's a good idea to try to get him on open jumper.
Carter falling away. Count it. And a foul.
Or that. Okay, nice job of splitting the defense there and getting to the middle, get yourself to the free throw line. The thing about Vince Carter is he can hang in the air so long, and right there Walker's got to get down quicker so he can't split the double team. But his ability to take contact, you see the shove right there, and hang and get that shut up on the rim, he really does a nice job of that in the lane.
To not opt out next year. A lot of people think that he will. Collins on the floor. We've seen Kidd and Williams out there a lot together tonight. Walker, an open look at a 3. Buries it from straight away. So Wade at the free throw line. Getting 1 plus the penalty. And last 2 years with Miami bouncing the Nets both times. Did not that time. Game tonight on ESPN. It's the Lakers and the Pistons.
Point, you got to bring him back in there and establish low post, I would think.
Haslam is still in the game with 5 as Dwyane Wade gets his first field goal of the 4th quarter and ties it at 88.
On that.
Posey went down, but no whistle, and then a New Jersey turnover. We talked about the Nets struggling with turnovers, and that's how that was bad. And the basket and the foul.
The look off was sweet. He did not even look at Udonis Haslam. He was looking cross court to James Posey when he dropped that ball off. I don't know if you're going to be able to see his eyes, but he's going to be looking out towards the other wing and then boop, drops it off to Udonis Haslam. That was really nice. He used to crack me up. One of the funniest guys on the court. But man,
the point of emphasis, it is not a zero tolerance policy.
It's hitting those open jumpers, but tonight even more so. Oh, nice steal.
Dwyane Wade on the other end. Look out. 32 now for Dwyane Wade, and Miami's lead is 6. Miami. Dwyane Wade with 32 points. Terrific defensive play on Carter, and the finish on the other end.
Walton's had a fantastic start for him as well, as you said, Dave.
Pistons and Lakers coming up next, and Sunday on ESPN at 8 Eastern Time. Please, Miami Heat taking on the Houston Rockets as Vince Carter hits a wild shot. Dwyane Wade tonight been spectacular, especially in the second half.
Well, just being able to draw the defense, you see 3 guys around him. And when he has 3 guys around him, he's going to find open guys. That was in the open court. Froze Jason Kidd. Sit past Udonis Haslam. In the open court again. Look away to Udonis Haslam. Udonis Haslam owes him dinner after tonight's game. I mean, I think Dwyane could probably afford it, but just as a nice sign, you know, nice gesture. Thanks for dropping me all those buckets down 2 feet away from the bucket. It doesn't seem like it's out of the offensive context. Like, he doesn't percent, good from the free throw line, attacks the rim, and at the end of the night, the guy has like 34 points. I mean, his efficiency is pretty astounding.
With, quote, tired legs. He talked about that earlier. You know, 75 games last year, then 23 playoff games, followed by 8 games in the FIFA World Championships as that drops in for a 3. Drop to 2-2. Carter in the lane, again hanging and score. Miami by 10. Antoine Wright nails the 3. All right, let's see if they foul. Nope. Miami wins it 113-106 in Shaq's return after missing 2 games from a bruised knee. Now let's go to Los Angeles. Mark Jones, Bill Walton, and John Barry for the Pistons and the Lakers from the Staples Center. Miami beats New Jersey 113-106. Mark?